Anybody else see that?
Machine god grants me insight.
Does he? Oh no, I didn't want that. I wanted I want this. Who are you? Loot? No, but who is this? Oh. Yeah. That was so funny. I was like, oh, Cabela's next turn, and then it's like, there is no next turn for Cabela. I don't have anybody that can use that. Bum, ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-da. Chateau quarters. Person non grata. I don't want to do person non grata until I get a certain someone's. Because I just want to do everything with Heinrich and Solomorn. Because I'd be this way if I could get Mars Eye too. But I can't, okay? I just want a family outing.
It's about time.
As the God Emperor intended. I'm so excited for that conversation. I'm so excited for that. Hey, you wanted to see me? Where are you? Gledo!
Thank you for responding to my request, Rogue Trader.
You're welcome.
I'm here on the orders of Marshal Strax to ask for your help. We are in pursuit of a tithe thief. We must board the thief's ship, execute the heretic for his crimes, and return the sacred tribute to the protection of the Adeptus Arbites. The reward for your assistance in this matter will be the thief's frigate, the Heartless, which we will capture in the course of the mission.
Okay, it's a pleasure to see you, Solomorn, and you as well, Gledo.
Gledo, speak! Not every cybermastiff receives a personal greeting from a rogue trader. Such an honor warrants a response.
I expect to be... No, why have you approached me and not Winterscale?
I did, and I was rebuffed. As Rogue Trader Winterscale rightly pointed out, from the moment of the tithe's collection, responsibility for it transfers to the Adeptus Arbites. He also noted that the loss of a world is not an inconsiderable detriment to his protectorate, and he has no intention of expending resources to recover something that no longer belongs to him.
Yeah, that's because he's busy doing things that the God Emperor would blush at, okay?
Under similar circumstances in the past, our arrangement would have obliged us to turn to Lady Theodora. She was a key figure in supporting the Lex Imperialis in the Koronus Expanse.
Was she now? No. It's poor form to refuse the help of the servants of the law. You've lost a ship. You want someone else to solve your problem. I'll help. What's the plan? Yeah, I'll help. What's the plan?
Captain Sargona and his flagship, the Heartless, are concealed in Mundus Nullius. The exact location can only be determined with your ship's augurs when we enter the system.
I see.
The Heartless is escorted by a small flotilla. You'll need to neutralize it in order to capture the frigate. Our BT strike teams will land on the upper deck, while your boarding party handles the remaining bays. My squad of arbitrators will take on the most difficult and dangerous part of the operation. The ultimate goal is to capture the captain's bridge and interrogate and execute Sargona.
Okay. I need more information about the thief.
Stein, transfer the latest data. Bryce, hologram.
Oh.
This one has the complete file.
Thank you. That was so easy and painless. I didn't think. Give me the rundown on... Oh, study the file. Unknown, special pyromancy. Okay. Hologram. The image quality leaves something to be desired, but you can make out the criminal's surfeit of augments and sumptuous sumptuous clothing. There's something haughty, almost maniacal in his bearing, like the tyrant who would sooner or later proclaim themselves a god. Give me the rundown.
He is a former privateer and a fugitive psyker.
Ooh.
At one time, he was involved in the coal trade and the supply of Xenos mercenaries, but his pirate habits got the better of him, and he started robbing his associates. Now, even among the criminal rabble, he is known as a nasty piece of work. Something of an achievement, you will agree. Sargona is cunning, cruel, and unpredictable.
How are you so well informed?
Shortly after the fall of Rakad Manoris, I questioned the Liege of Footfall. He supplied me with exhaustive information about Sargona and his ship, and gave the arbitrators full access to the docks. I suspect Takara's compliance stems from some bad blood between him and Sargona. Scum eating scum. Nothing new there.
That'll do.
As you wish.
Tactical recommendations?
The task is relatively simple. Kill all enemies we encounter and not let them kill us.
That's
Sargona
easy.
must be taken alive for questioning, but I and my team will handle that.
Okay.
There is one other thing.
What's up? Tell me.
The following call signs will be used for Vox communication during the mission. You will be RT1, and I will be DX1. I also request you use RBT sign language throughout. Non-verbal commands are faster than speaking and will allow us to catch our target unawares. Here is a short list.
Okay. Listen to me. You know how, if you watched the other episodes that I did of this, you'll know that there's only one right and proper God Emperor fearing response to this. I just like my call sign. I need something grand like Emperor's Eagle.
In a tactical assault, the shorter the call sign, the lower your chances of getting shot while you're saying it.
Emperor's
But
Eagle.
so be it. Emperor's Eagle.
He's already so annoyed with us. I love it. There are 24 basic commands from head nods to combinations of hand gestures. Everything you need to quickly and efficiently communicate enemy position, numbers, even coordinates to joint attack. You have a deal.
Good. Do you have any further questions?
I have many other matters to attend. Will you be accompanying me?
No. I'm still on mission, and in your absence, my subordinates and I will be checking weapons and finalizing tactics for the assault. In other words, we will be wholly occupied with preparations.
Please, 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 please.
Acknowledged. Sargona is already dead. He just doesn't know it yet.
Yay. Okay. That's done. Okay. Now,
Victory awaits.
a familiar figure turns to Heinrich van Kalox, interrogator of the Ordo Xenos, bows his head respectfully. Lord Captain. Honored interrogator, what a surprise. Did you perchance leave something in your cabin? Not at all, First Officer Wassarian. I'm not in the habit of leaving a trail, but thank you for the concern. I'm pleased to see you again. Oh, give him a dazzling smile. Master Van Kalox, I knew you couldn't resist my charms. Indira stares at you in bewilderment, then at Heinrich, then bites her lip and snickers gleefully. He momentarily closes his eyes, as if your first remark has thrown him off and made him forget the speech he prepared. Rogue traitor. Oh no! Come on, it's so good! It's so good! I was able to contact my mentor and report the tragic events that transpired on Rakad Minoris. I also received some information from my agents regarding the movements and actions of enemies of humanity, including the Xenos that we're assuming were involved in the theft of the star. According to their findings, the threat now hangs over other worlds. This time, yours, Lord Captain. He clears his throat and begins in a pointedly official tone. By the order of Lord Inquisitor Xavier Calcazar, whose duty is to stand sentinel over the Koronus Expanse, the rogue trader of House von Valencius is to take on board the agent of the Most Holy Inquisition and provide escort and support in deeds great and small that serve to safeguard the territories of the Imperium against its enemies. This decree is effective immediately upon announcement and remains in effect until decided otherwise by His Excellency Calcazar. Adira's whisper is barely audible. All I got from that is that ridding ourselves of the snitch won't be easy. Pretty much. Pretty much. Oh no, we're gonna take a step closer and lower our voice. I'm ever so glad to have you back. Thank you. He gives you a ghost of a smile before his face takes on its usual expression. If duty has brought you aboard the rogue trader ship once more, then such is the Emperor's will. Welcome back. Thank you, sister. It is an honor to be traveling with one of the Adepta Sororitas. Yeah. I must also deliver this to you. He pulls out a signed letter. The Lord Inquisitor specified that the contents of this envelope are for your eyes only. I would ask you to read it as soon as you have time. That is everything for the time being. Are you headed to the ship, or do you still have business on footfall? Whatever the case, I can either wait for you on board or accompany you as part of your retinue. Bye. Hello. Okay. So, we did it. We got Heinrich back. Oh, I can't believe it. No, wait. Right. We can give him Overseer too? Done. I'm sorry, okay? Am I really? No. No. No, I'm not at all. And then if you go here, you can see them. Look at him. Look at Luna. And these boys. I don't know. They kind of look like a band. Like, I kind of feel like Pascal has got, like, some kind of band following him. And I'm okay. Oh, I got another Vox. Oh, yeah, we got another Vox skull. By the way, I told you. You keep getting more. And then look at you. Oh, no. So we got Echo. That's a very Adeptus Mechanicus name. And then we got baby girl Luna. I love her. She got talons. You got no what? So like she the only combat model. That's good, okay? Tess should have the well, and then we're gonna get Glado. So basically, when Solomorn comes in, then God, how are we gonna do this? Because when Solomorn comes in, we're gonna kick out Argenta. And then I guess maybe Pascal will get kicked out for Marzai eventually. Maybe. And then obviously when we go to Komorag, we're leaving these two behind. And then I'm gonna take Erliet and Solomorn. So that'll work out. And then that'll be the Komorag squad. All right. Do we go? I don't know what we're doing. And we gotta go do things. Oh, what is this? Tess, what are you doing, sweetie pie? Lord Captain, the inspection of the ship's systems is complete. The tech priests are reporting the machine spirits are calm and satisfied. Everything is ready for onward travel. Except, there is an issue you must be made aware of. Cassia makes a quick, nervous gesture, adjusting the adornment over her third eye. I have been studying the records left by the vessel's previous navigator. I wanted to double-check the route to Dargonus and discovered that it does not match the one recorded in the Atlas. It is more than a minor warp fluctuation. The route has been wiped out. It can no longer be used for traveling. To make matters worse, I started checking the path from the Atlas one after another, or the paths from the Atlas one after another, and I saw the same thing everywhere. The warp is roiling with an ominous storm, bursting with vivid and screaming colors. It will not hinder our movement, but previous knowledge is now utterly useless. Argenta angrily chops the air with a side of her palm. Warp storms are our enemies, just like the heretics and daemons. It is a shame they can't be dispersed with a flamer or a bolter. She speaks truth, y'all. She speaks truth. Like, no truer words were ever muttered. Now, we can be certain that problems with the astropathic communication in the Koronus Expanse are no coincidence. There is a warp disturbance in your way, Lord Captain. It is swallowing messages and disrupting familiar routes. This means you need to locate the key worlds of the Von Valentius Protectorate as soon as possible. I'm talking about Yanis, Dargonus, and Kiava Gamma. And charting new routes so they can be reached and restoring control will be the necessary steps. Abelard, what's your opinion? Abelard strokes his beard for a few seconds before giving a hesitant reply. Rediscovering the Agri world will supply your protectorate with something none of your servants can do without. Sustenance. The importance of basic supplies should not be underestimated. Just look at Footfall in its current pitiful state. On the other hand, I am concerned by the rumors concerning Kiava Gamma. There have been no problems on Yanis for many years, but something is very wrong with the industrial world right now. Delay may cost us the entire planet. I trust I do not have to explain the capital world. Losing it would make us the laughingstock of the other dynasties. Besides, the loss of the chronicles and ledgers would spell a bureaucratic catastrophe. So all three systems are equally vital to the Protectorate. It falls to you to decide which should be brought into the fold before the rest, Lord Captain. Okay, very well. Do my officers have other issues? That is all, Lord Captain. The vessel and crew await your instructions and are ready to depart Footfall immediately. Okay. Yes, we gotta go get Jai, but I'm telling you, first is Solomorn, okay? Like, I have things that I need to do, okay? And that is one of the... I have a cogitator. Vigdis, right. Okay. I just want to make sure. God, there's a lot of us there. Wait, where's my personal cogitator? I want to get that started too. This. But yeah, Solomorn first, then we're good. The reflections of the bridge light are playing on the unlit vid screens of the cogitator. Next to the machine stands a hunched tech priest who bows as you approach, his body nearly folding in half. Lord Captain, the machine spirit of this mechanism slumbers. Should you wish to awaken it, use the key of your blood. Who are you? My designation is IH-630. The tech priest points his only mechadendrite at the machine beside him. The venerated Engine Seer Prime has entrusted the sacred mechanism into my care. It is now my duty to assist the rogue trader's understanding of the hallowed code. What is this blood key? The key you seek is the dynastic blood that runs in your veins. It is the only way to rouse this cogitator's machine spirit. When you are ready to do so, you place your hand into the mouth of the guardian servitor on the blessed control panel. The servitor's powerful jaw closes around your hand. With a screeching clack, you feel the cold metal pierce your skin and draw blood. The vid screens in front of you flicker restlessly, filling with numerical combinations. The tech priest by the cogitator nods curtly. The sacred mechanism is awake and ready to receive your request, Lord Captain. Pascal's informed me that the system has encrypted data stored. I wish to know its contents. Without another word, the tech priest turns to the cogitator. He raises his hand and a prayer of Binhar code pours out of his Vox device. The servo motors in the bowels of the machine grow louder. Its undulating hum responding to his chant. Numerical combinations run down the screen. Or the screens. Scanning. There's an gnome oath. Wait. It's gnome oath. Like Nomos, but gnome and then operating system. Oh, isn't that why didn't I ever put that together? Because I feel like this is like the only time we really see Nomos like this. So it's gnome and then OS. Huh. That's really, so Nomos is the operating system. That's really cool. Owlcat, that's freaking cool. The machine spirit has discovered numerical critical errors. The data is damaged. The tech priest stops abruptly and the green glow of his visor narrows, registering an intact segment. The machine spirit has spoken. The worlds of Kiavagama and Argonis hold certain key data repositories. The mechanism is ready to provide the rogue trader with data keys that can unlock said repositories. What data repositories? That remains hidden. The encrypted databank belonged to the esteemed Theodora von Valencius. She was the only one who could have known about these repositories. Perhaps the former Engine Seer Prime also could have known Omnissiah except his code. If I were to propose a hypothesis, it would be most prudent of a figure as eminent as a rogue trader to store her classified data in receptacles most secured. How do I accept them? And the cogitator vid screen blinks. Okay. The gracious machine spirit is willing to transfer the data keys to the head of the House von Valencius by means of an electu, a hypodermic tattoo augment. If you are ready to accept the key, place your hand inside the servitor's mouth. Deep within the servitor's dark gullet, unseen burning hot needles pierce your wrist, but the sharp pain only lasts a moment. The electu that has been planted inside your wrist should be enough to open the repository doors. Input there, so we initializing. The tech priest's augmented fingers dart around the control panel. Omnissiah favors you! Bless. The machine spirit is willing to commence the calculation procedure that could restore the lost data. Let's see. 100%. Okay. Restore the data on the cache located on Dargonis. I am interested. Yeah. The machine hums louder until it lets out a resounding crackle. Then the sound stops and an unmoving numerical combination lights up on the screen. The tech priest synthesized voice sounds almost concerned. The data has been restored, but it is only a single phrase. Litanies of the motive force. That is all the sacred mechanism was able to salvage. The servo motor within the cogitator pick up the pace. The servo motors within the cogitator pick up the pace. Their heavy thrum growing louder. The machine clicks abrasively for several minutes until eventually a numerical code appears on the screen. The tech priest turns to you. Blessed are the Omnissiah's deeds. The repository on Kiavagama has a security system guarding it. The machine spirit has recovered a code that will allow you to disable the defenses. Have the tech priest of the Adeptus Mechanicus been able to discern how the ship was able to start her warp engine? Vengeance Seer Prime spends hours pursuing the quest for knowledge in hopes of comprehending the nature of said miracle. May the Omnissiah's grace guide him on this journey. All right, so basically, no, we know nothing. Come along. Look at, I got 2. No, I got Luna and I got my terrifying baby. Could life get any better? No. That is the answer. No, okay. Yes, Marzai could be on the ship. Don't judge me. There we go. I had to get the right mouse profile. Don't judge me, though. Okay? I don't want to hear it from you. I don't want to hear anybody slandering
Lord
him.
Captain.
Hi. I discovered that there are caches left by Theodora on Dargonis in Kiavagama.
It is wise for a rogue trader to have caches where they can safely store important information. And utterly unwise to share the coordinates of such caches with anyone. Even one's most trusted associates.
So you have no idea what's happening.
I'm afraid I do not know how to find the caches, but I can offer some help.
Okay.
Your predecessor used this numeric code to deactivate certain defense systems in her service. If I know Lady Theodora as well as I think, then I'm quite certain that she left her caches well guarded. In that case, this code will be useful to you.
Thanks, Abelard. You're the best. Okay, so we got a code now. Good, excellent. We're gonna go. We're ready for orders, Lord Captain. The Lord Captain would like to get Solomorn on the crew so that way we can go get Jai. We could go, god damn high factotum. We are once more within reach of the Von Valencius Protectorate. Of utmost urgency is restoring communication with your planets and bestowing the wisdom of your decree upon their stewards. Basically, he wants us to get more stuff. Developing colonies, claiming new territories, establishing trade. This is all your privilege and burden. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Y'all, it's very much my privilege and burden. The posts? Here we go. Okay, we're still good. We're still good. To the here. There we go. Why do I always get these buttons mixed up? I don't know. Okay. 200. How many hours do I have in this game? Too many to count. Okay. And I keep fudging that up. You're welcome. Okay. What is this? Not Yanis. Where's Solomorn? Hold on. I got 6? Rot. No. Astray. Go to the Mundus Nihilus system. Oh, no. When I did this before, it was much easier. All the way up there? God damn. If I didn't love Solomorn, this would be a lot, okay? If you're new, I tend to make things... Actually, I'm going to go here first. I tend to make things... Senior officer requests an audience with you. Okay, what I was going to say before I go do this with my senior officers. I generally only make stuff yellow unless it, like, comes green. Or we have extra, like, too many points kind of thing, which is very rare. But yeah, so if you're curious, I tend to just make things yellow. And then everybody's on their own for... events now. Like, I'm telling you now, we've done all the events, like fighting and this and that, like Throne Preserve, but I feel like everybody gonna have to learn to be self-sufficient. Who wants to talk now? I'm trying to go help Solomorn here. Unless you got Marazai coming in, I don't want to hear. I don't want to talk about this. Like, I feel like we should all. Wait, this still happens? I've already met them. Analyzing external hardware. Who's analyzing what now? Lord Captain, if I may request your attention for a moment, I must report a series of highly dangerous violations that have taken place in the fuel compartment. Master-at-Arms is ignoring my demands, and I am thus forced to appeal directly to you. The fuelers have founded a sect of some kind. This group practices fire worship of the Emperor and has been burning promethium near the fuel lines. I beg you to stop this madness before we all go up in flames. I should point out that there have been no incidents in the fuel compartment so far, and that the beliefs of this sect do not affect the obedience of the workers or their efficiency in any way. All assemblies are conducted strictly after hours with the permission of their superiors. However, if you find their practices unacceptable, I will put a stop to them immediately. Does the Ecclesiarchy recognize this cult or consider it heretical? This matter is beyond my purview. Let Confessor Adalbert be the judge of such business. A plump, rosy-cheeked old man. I love the way he's described. Steps forward. His voice is deep and sonorous. Hold on. I'm getting comfy again. The Emperor protects your ladyship. Thank you very much, Adalbert. I can assure you that there is no heresy festering in the fuel compartment. The sect of the fire prophecies has been tested for purity and found to be in accordance with the creed. Their leader, who calls himself the Oracle of Fire, is devout and submissive to his servants. They do not twist the sacred teachings. And as for their chosen form of worship, these are neither rare nor remarkable. Many such minor cults exist in the Imperium with the full approval of the Ecclesiarchy. So they're burning my Promethium? The amount of residue accumulated in the drainage tanks was so laughably small, it was not even worth recording. If there were any real misappropriations of the ship's resources happening here, I would have already punished those involved, Lord Captain. The last sentence carries a faint note of regret. Does the Oracle of Fire really make prophecies? At least he and his flock believe that the Emperor reveals glimpses of possible future to him in the sacred flame. Occasionally his visions do come true, or so his followers convince themselves. We do not know whether the grace of the God Emperor truly lies upon him, or if he is merely a charlatan, or perhaps a blissful lunatic, or a wicked rogue who possesses psychic power not tempered by his will. A croaking voice interrupts the confessor's words. Lord Captain, as the choir master of the astropathic choir, I must be watchful of any threat to the ship's safety originating from the Immaterium. I've heard rumors about this oracle, and so have sent my adepts to see him. They assert this man is a psyker. This man who speaks to the warp is a danger to himself and the entire vessel. Both law and common sense dictate that he should be thrown into a holding cell, tranquilized, and handed over to the Inquisition to be sent to Holy Terra. Alternatively, you may dispose of him in some other way. Choir Master, you and I have not had the pleasure of conversing. I beg your forgiveness, but I seldom leave the chapel to interfere with the affairs of the ship. My duty requires that I keep a constant vigil as I direct the arrival and departure of messages across the boundless void. But given that this incident had already demanded my interference, I thought it a good opportunity to introduce myself and pay my respects to you. I know how to handle this. We are ready to carry out your order. Since the have both attested I will not be teaching. Oracle's visions may prove useful. We will not let the law stand in our way. Do keep an eye on him. My Infernus Master says they are a danger to the ship. Throw the Oracle into a holding cell. Have him handed over to the authorities at the first port. Throw the Prophet out here. No. I forgot about that one. Just throw the whole Prophet out. Like the absurdity of the things that happen in Warhammer games is like my favorite. They just throw the whole Prophet out. Like this is like beyond throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Like just throw them out. Throw the whole thing out. Throw the Oracle into a holding cell, hand him over. I like Noble Tess is going to be very amused by oracles. So, Oracle visions may prove useful to us. We will not let the law stand in our way. Do keep an eye on him. Because she wants to know. She wants to see what happens. I think the beauty of her being a noble is that she's been untouchable in a lot of ways her whole life. Or as untouchable as you can be, right? So, like, flirting with danger like this isn't anything. Like, I don't know if, like, Noble Tess necessarily understands consequences the same way past Tess did or future Tess will, kind of thing. And this is a dangerous decision, but I'll obey. I'll do my utmost to ensure that the cursed soul does not cause a manifestation of the warp. Thanks! I appreciate it. Okay. Back to helping Solomorn. Heinrich?
You have my complete attention.
God. Why do you say that like that? I gotta go. We gotta do all these dialogues too, but I just want this. You know how I get. If you watch the last Let's Play, you know how I get when I get that one-track mind business going, okay? Chart new routes. I just want to chart new routes. That's all. That's all I like, literally. Oh, really? Okay. Here. No. But I need to go back here. I am now fated to be your shadow, Daman. We must perform a ritual that will seal our bond, for it pleases the Undying One. Let us speak on the bridge. I will, take it. Okay, I'll be there. Thank you, Daman. I wish to inform you that the sacred rituals addressed to the spirit of the ship have been performed. The tech liturgy and the rite of the machine blessing ended with the data meditation in order to comprehend the nature of the miracle. Acquisition of sacred knowledge has not been recorded. How the spirit of the void ship was able to call upon the power of the machine god and activate the warp drive remains an unknown. Yet during my meditative ritual, the Omnissiah gave me an equally valuable revelation. The sacred spirit that lives in the bowels of the ship's mechanism differs from other analogous forms. This spirit holds unique power. So what does this mean? Hypothesis. In extremis, the ship's spirit is capable of making unpredictable calculations and actions. It's impossible to predict how it will behave in any given situation. I believe the spirit is currently showing obedience, at least for now. I recommend we continue monitoring the ship and be prepared. Thank you, Pascal. Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. All right, Omnissiah, grant me patience. Off we go.